Hello, lovely people. I am trying here in my backyard, trying to create some accountability for myself by posting a YouTube video about what I want to do this quarter and this month. Not sure how well that's going to work with a grand total of 4 subscribers, but I'm going to give it a shot because it can't hurt, right? Right. Okay, so today is April the 10th. It is the second day of the second week of the second quarter of 2022. I am doing HB90, and that is a quarter based goal setting program. So I went through all of the stuff to set up my goals and goals. Really good at this YouTube thing, yo. Okay, so my and there are a total of 3 maximums that you're allowed. So goal number 1 is work towards finishing the structural draft of Walk Backwards at Midnight by working on it at least one time block in 90%, 95%, or 100% of designated writing days, because I want to be ready to have it ready for submission in 2023. Goal number 2 is improve my craft skills by reading craft books, doing Reddit exercise, baiting and critiquing fellow writers' stories, and reading fiction. I chose this goal because working on craft will help sales later. And goal number 3 is creating oases of calm in my current home while laying the groundwork to eventually buy a house. I live with my family. There are 4 of us here, 5 when my older nephew comes home from leave. It's kind of crowded. And I do not have my own room, so hey, back here. And I do have the end goal is, and it's a 15 or 20 year goal. At least but I also don't want to wait 15 or 20 years to have happy places in the house I'm living in now. I did some spreads on it in my Bujo, which are, I don't know. This is not the best way. I should definitely anyway. So for April, my goals in the writing are getting through the bad guys close in section on Save the Cat. And then for my goal 2, there's somebody I'm baiting for, and then I wanted to read 1 craft book and 2 fiction books in this, and for whatever reason it turned into horror month. If I'd thought of that a little sooner, I could put the Halloween in April theme in my Bujo. But craft book, Writing in the Dark by Tim Waggoner. Then the 2 fiction books are Manhunt by Gretchen Felker Martin and The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. 2 very different horror books written by women. And then for the in April, I want to do some research about figuring out what systems I could put in place to, figure out how to start saving specifically for a house, how to start decluttering the stuff that I have now, because I have way too much stuff, and if I can if I can cut down on the storage rent, I can just put that directly into a separate account or a separate item in YNAB for buying a house, possibly look into some kind of ultra safe investment for that. I'm not sure yet. That's one of the things that I'm going to want to research. And then I want to work on a keyhole garden that I got. My mom bought a kit, and I got started assembling it before I started having bad pain days, and so it really bothers me that it's still sitting there unfinished. So it'll increase my sort of serenity in the space to not have it sort of lurking over the out of the corner of my eye. Some of the limitations for my goals are that I do have I work full time. I only go into the office 1 week a month, but the office is, I live close to LAX, and the office is all the way past east of downtown Los Angeles. It's in Alhambra. So that's a commute. And I leave at 7:30 on the week that I go in. I leave at 7:30 so that I can be there to log in to my computer at 9 o'clock. And then I get off and I don't usually get home. Sometimes I stay late just because A, overtime, and B, the later I leave, the less traffic I have to deal with. So often I will get home at 8 o'clock or later. So on those on those weeks I take myself off the hook for writing. If it happens, great. If not, I also have 3 chronic illnesses. I get migraines, I have chronic TMJ disorder, and I have bipolar disorder. And between the 3 of them, the amount of energy I have is sometimes difficult to predict. And also, like I said, I live with my family, and they're a lot. One more thing. Can you see this? So the designated writing days thing is it's one of the things that Sarah Cannon, who created HB90, encourages or teaches, is to figure out the days that you are actually going to be able to write. Oh, I forgot to fill that in yesterday. Actually figure out days that you're going to work, and then go allow yourself buffer rather than assuming, oh yeah, I'm going to be able to write on every 1,000 words every day. So that is sort of the chart. And hopefully I'll be able to do most of that, because it is more realistic than assuming that I can wake up at 6:30, get home at 8 o'clock, and plunge directly into a story, because I'm tired. So yeah, those are my plans for quarter 3, and specifically April. And hopefully I will be relatively consistent with those and have some real progress by the end of the month, and then continue on through the rest of the quarter and end quarter 2 in a better place than I started out. And one thing that Sarah Cannon says is that it is a program that is supposed to build on it. I took her boot camp at the beginning in December, and that every quarter just builds on each other and builds on it, and especially with the first few quarters, sort of learning the system and learning how you work best. So sort of kind of triangulating on the best ways to set myself up for success. So hopefully I will see you back here end of April, early May for an update. Bye.